Hello, today I wanted to address your question about how to find an internship in Singapore. Personally, I found two internships in Singapore, and I want first to explain you where I'm coming from so that you can understand my background and we can walk from that how I found my internship and how you might find yours as well. Personally, I was looking for an internship in IT because it was one of the things I was interested in back then when I was in school, but in school we didn't have a lot of knowledge around that because it was only the first year where I start coding. Then I needed to find an internship overseas. I'm from a school that is not really recognized here in Singapore, even though back in France it's giving me a degree in engineering and in business management. The name of the school is not well known. Even though I wasn't having no prior experience in IT, I do have two internship experience, one as a sailor and also one as a team leader in logistics. Back then I needed to find an internship that was starting in February. I've explained also a little bit of my story in this video if you want to check it out, but Singapore wasn't at first my first choice. I used many ways of finding an internship, but the one that worked for me was to actually use LinkedIn. That's where I found the job offer on LinkedIn, and I applied through LinkedIn and I got an answer quite a long time after applying, but we are going to see later on the details on what you should do if you are applying on LinkedIn or on other websites. But after that I successfully transformed the email exchange into an interview and then another one. Then I got a competency test and then I got a job offer to come for an internship in Singapore. I have to mention that the first internship that I did was before the COVID crisis, so right now it's gonna be a bit more difficult to get an internship, but all I'm gonna say can still apply for that. And also if you are looking for a job but not an internship, some of those tips can also work for you. The best advice that I can give you is to be flexible, first on the time and on the duration. Here in Singapore, the internship opening is linked to the school schedule, so you are gonna find more openings in June or July and also in January, February. If you are looking for an internship out of those period, then it might be a bit more complicated, but it's not a zero. Also, you can still find some openings depending on the workforce that a company might need. For the duration also, you need to be flexible. Here most of the time the internship are between, let's say, 2 months to 6 months. The maximum is 6 months because the only visa you can get on internship is a work holiday visa, and the maximum duration of it is 6 months. We are gonna talk a bit about the visa later on. Then if you are looking for an internship, I would say just be flexible on the location. Personally, I wasn't looking for Singapore at first, but I end up in Singapore. But as you are watching this video, I guess that you want an internship in Singapore, so this is a point that you cannot really play with. But you can still be flexible on the job that you want. I guess for your school you still have to stay within an industry that interests you, but I would say just look broadly on the job opening and don't restrict yourself on only one job title, because anyway it's an internship and you might be able to do a lot more than the job description. Now, where to find an internship? As you are still in school, the first advice that I would give you is to look in career fair if there are any opening internationally and in Singapore. You can also use your network and the network of alumni of your school and see if someone has been working in the country you are interested in, and in this case Singapore. So personally, whenever there is another student from my school who is interested, I would be gladly to introduce it to my company if there is an opening. Obviously, like a job offer, you can check on job portals here in Singapore. You can use LinkedIn, but also Glassdoor and few others. But I would not advise you just to look for positions. So obviously you can apply if a company is having an opening for an internship, but try also to have, like, I call that like open application, and you are the one contacting the the company and proposing your services, saying, oh, I'm a student and I'm really interested in your company, whatever, and I would like to do this type of internship in your company as a what, and see what the company is gonna answer. Just try to browse and find some companies here in Singapore that are related to your field and see if they are having an email where you can contact them, or even contact some people on LinkedIn and try to find your way in. Most of the time you can see on LinkedIn when there is a job opening, there are more than 200 applicants. That's why I'm telling you in each video you really have to stand out in your CV, have the right amount of information. I'm telling you again, but I have a new YouTube channel and we did a video about how to revamp your CV for it to look good, so I will link this video as well. But you really have to prepare well your application, because most of the time you're gonna have only one chance. If you don't know how to write a CV at all, you can also get expert feedback. I mean, there are some people out there that are paid to make some CVs, and also you can attend some workshop to learn how to do a CV. Then you have to convert it into an interview, and the best advice that I can give you is just show that you are willing to learn, because it's an internship anyway. They are not expecting you to know everything, but they are expecting you to pick up fast in the first few weeks of the internship to be able to be efficient for the rest of the internship. Be also sure to be well prepared for the interview. Same, you can attend some workshop to prepare yourself. You can also have a rehearsal just for yourself. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Prepare some question, research about the company and the industry, like all the basic things that you really need to do before an interview, because it's gonna be your only way to convert it into an internship offer. Obviously for internship you have to set the duration, but also you have to set the salary that you want to get. You can go for a non-paid internship and then there is a higher chance that you get an internship, but I would not recommend that as for your professional experience, and also because the life in Singapore is expensive. So unless you can afford actually to spend few months in Singapore, I would really advise you to get paid. I think the minimum would be like 500 and the maximum for internship is like maybe 1.5, 2k, but only for very generous offers. For my first internship I was paid 800, and for my second internship I was paid 1.5k, and they were both 6 months internship. The first one was as a front-end developer and the second one as a technical project manager. But anyway, you have to be prepared not to have answer, to be rejected, to have no interview calls or no callback, because I mean, that's the tough life of applying for jobs and try to find an internship. Just make sure that whenever you are rejected, you move on and you continue searching and you are not giving up, because if you give up, that's only then that you are sure not to find any offer. Last mention concerning the visa, you have to apply for the visa yourself. So I told you there is a work holiday visa program, and it's only if your school is a partner of this program. If you want to know, you can check on the MOM website and they are gonna tell you. You can apply for this visa anytime and you don't have to wait to have an internship, but knowing the situation and knowing that it's a bit hard nowadays to find an internship, I would really advise you to wait and apply only when you're sure that you got an internship, because when you apply and you got the in principle approval, you have 3 months to come to Singapore. Otherwise you have to apply another time. You can apply just as many times as you want. The visa is not renewable and it's only for a period of 6 months. So if you want to do 2 internships in Singapore, you will have to wait 1 year between each. So that's what I did. I did my 3rd year internship in Singapore and then I did my last year, so after 1 year. Also, when you come in Singapore on an internship, there is no insurance provided by the company, so you might need one. And I think that's all the information that I can give you about internship, but let me know if you are having any question. Obviously, all offers are gonna be different. I wish you luck and I will see you next time.